First of all, guys, I am a huge wrestling fan. And if you were to sit me down and ask me, make a show that everybody would love, it would be Heels. This show is fantastic. It's deeply layered, and the characters are probably more fascinating outside of the ring sometimes than they are inside of the ring. But Stephen, first question for you. Jack Spade, he's the owner of the DWL. What research did you do for the role? And did your friend Cody Rhodes kind of help provide any insight into a role like that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, great job with the Winged Eagle WWE Championship belt. I have one myself.
Yeah, buddy.
Attaboy. Yeah, Cody did help a lot, actually. Talking with him throughout the season. And prior to COVID, we had actually arranged for me to go on the road a little bit with AEW because he does a lot of backstage, a lot of the stuff that Jack does backstage with the DWL. But also just the fact that I got to go to a Ring of Honor show in San Antonio with him and wrestle, it's just invaluable. I mean, it's like, I didn't have when it came time to play Arrow, I couldn't like call up an older grizzled version of whatever Oliver Queen, was or became. So I didn't have that, I didn't have that reservoir of knowledge. But with Cody, it was just right there, and he's so giving and thoughtful that he was, he didn't always pick up right away, but he always got back to me pretty quick.
I love that. Now, Alexander, can you talk to me about the duality of the role of Ace of Ace for a second? Because he starts off as a babyface in the ring, and the fans love him, but outside of the ring, he's almost anything but. So, can you talk to me about the duality of that role?
Yeah, I mean, that's what attracted me to this role so much. Was speaking as somebody who I love wrestling, but I wasn't a religious, viewer. When I did see it, I would watch it as a kid, but I certainly don't follow it a lot. So when I read the script, I couldn't put it down. And I realized it's because, like any great show or movie, it starts with the characters and you seeing yourself in them. And what I love so much about Ace is he's just a roller coaster of emotions. He's at his core, he's just a lost child who lost his father, is trying to find his place in the world, and has this immense pressure of being the hero who's going to make it out of his small town and make it big. And it's weighing on him a lot. And you love to love him and you love to hate him. And that's kind of why I thought he was such a fascinating character to play. It's a dream role, really.
Absolutely. Now, Stephen, one of the things that we see in Heels that we don't normally see is the sacrifice it takes to keep a company like the DWL afloat. Can you talk to me about the strain that's taking on Jack's marriage with Stacy and how that develops along with their relationship?
Well, in the aftermath of the death of their father, Ace and Jack's father, Jack's really been thrust into the role as head of the DWL. We discover a little later on in the series that he was working with his father and had started to sort of apprentice under him, but he's thrust into this position, and he's drinking from a fire hose, man. Like he's messing up, as you do,
right?
When as you do when oftentimes when you're thrust into a new role before maybe you're ready for it. So what you typically do in that situation is you try to be everything for everyone, and that's what he tried to do at the DWL, but it's the expense of his commitment and responsibility as a father and as a husband. So Stacey is understanding, and I think Allison portrays that beautifully, because I didn't want, it's never fun if they're in a relationship where it's not immediately clear that while things might not be perfect, they do love each other. They do love each other a lot, but he is not fulfilling all of his obligations in the order that he should.
Right. Now, Alexander, I know that Adam Copeland, WWE's Edge, was on Vikings a little bit, and it looks like your look is kind of inspired by him. Is that the case? Are you inspired by?
It really isn't. That was a happy coincidence.
Really?
It's really funny though. I literally just texted Adam 5 seconds ago. We were just talking. I was just saying I'm literally talking about you in every interview. He was definitely pivotal in having somebody to lean on when it came to just asking everyday questions about the character and what it would be like behind the scenes, you know, because for me, who didn't have a lot of wrestling experience, I had a lot to learn, you know, in a short period of time. So I was really grateful to have that reservoir of knowledge as well. And then of course I had Stephen to lean on as well. And we trained our asses off for this, but no, it was not, the character is not based off of Adam. No.
Sure. Well, look, you guys did a fantastic job on this show. I loved it every step of the way. And look, here's another big thing you guys have on Heels is that you guys have CM Punk returning in a wrestling ring on Heels, not in AEW, not in WWE, but on Heels. So fantastic job. Amazing job, guys. I love the show. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Man. Thank you.